Hi, welcome to today's deep dive lesson from the Lean Startup book. Starting with an idea, every big company or movement begins with just an idea. An idea usually starts in someone's mind, inspired by a problem they face or something they notice that needs change. The first mistake many people make is assuming their idea is already perfect and will work as it is. They start building products or services based on what they think people want. They invest money, time, and effort without actually testing the idea with real people. This leads to failure because what seems useful to the creator may not be useful to the customer. One story that shows this is about a group of friends who wanted to create an online platform for teachers to sell lesson plans. They built a full website with many features, but when they launched it, very few teachers signed up. They later realized teachers needed help with organizing lessons, not selling them. If they had spoken with teachers earlier, they could have saved time and money. This is why learning from real users from day one is essential. Build, measure, learn. A successful path to creating something new starts with 3 simple steps: build, measure, and learn. First, you build something very simple called a minimum product. It is not perfect and may not look good, but it is enough to test an idea. Second, you measure how real people react to it. You watch what they do, not just what they say. Third, you learn from their actions and decide what to do next. This cycle repeats over and over again. A good example comes from a team that wanted to build a mobile app for booking parking spots. Instead of building the whole app, they first created a basic website that let people enter their location and get a parking space booked manually behind the scenes. They watched if people were willing to use this basic version. When they saw many bookings happening, they knew the idea had potential. Then they moved on to improving the design and building the app. Starting small helped them avoid wasting time on something nobody wanted. The power of the minimum version. Creating the first version of a product often feels uncomfortable. People worry it is too simple or not polished enough. But the purpose of the first version is not to impress, it is to learn. It is called a minimum version because it should be just enough to test whether people are interested or not. One founder who wanted to build a meal delivery service started by cooking meals herself and delivering them by bicycle. She created a small website where people could choose from 2 meal options per day. It was not scalable, but it helped her learn which meals people liked, which times were popular, and what problems came up. Only after seeing real demand did she hire chefs and build a full delivery system. This kind of approach saves money, reduces risk, and teaches you faster than any market research. Pivot or persevere. When building something new, the biggest decision is whether to continue as planned or change direction. This choice is known as pivot or persevere. If users are showing interest and numbers are improving, then it is a good sign to keep going. But if feedback is poor and people are not using the product, you must consider a pivot. A pivot means changing part of your idea without giving up the goal. For example, one group created a social media app for travelers to share stories. Nobody was using it, but they noticed some users were only using one feature, which allowed saving favorite travel spots. So they removed everything else and focused on becoming a travel planning tool. That pivot led to success. A smart team pays attention to what users actually do, not just what they say, and is always ready to adjust direction. Validated learning. Most people think progress is about making something look better or adding more features. But real progress comes from learning what actually works. This is called validated learning. It means every action you take should lead to a clear lesson about your customers. Suppose you are testing an online tool for finding local tutors. You run an ad and get 100 people to visit the page, but only 5 sign up. That is a learning moment. You may discover your message is not clear or people do not trust the service. Changing the text, images, or even the offer helps you see what improves results. Step by step, you learn what matters. One entrepreneur built a tool to help small shops manage their inventory. Instead of building the entire system, he just showed a simple demo to shop owners and asked them if they would pay for it. Their responses helped him decide what features to include and which ones to skip. Each feedback became a building block. Small batches. When large companies often build things in big, long projects. But for startups or new ideas, that is dangerous. Small batches work better. A small batch means working on something small, finishing it, quickly testing it, and then deciding the next step. A bakery owner who wanted to add new flavor could make a few cakes, try them with regular customers, and get feedback in one day. A software team can build one feature, test it with users, and improve before moving on. This method avoids waste and builds momentum. One team working on an online design tool built one button at a time and let early users give feedback. Every week, they released improvements. This made users feel involved and helped the team stay focused. Working in small batches is faster and more flexible innovation accounting. Most new ideas cannot be measured by normal business numbers like revenue or profit because they are not making money yet. So we need a different way to track progress. This is called innovation accounting. It means setting simple, clear goals that show if learning is happening. In the beginning, you measure how many people visit your site, how many sign up, and how many come back. Later, you look at how many pay, how often they use the product, and how happy they are. One startup offering online fitness coaching started with 10 users. They tracked how many workouts each person completed and how long they stayed active. These numbers showed them what was working. When they improved reminders and added video feedback, the activity numbers doubled. These kinds of early numbers guide smart decisions even before money comes in. Thank you for listening, and please like the video and subscribe for more great upcoming content that will put you in top 1% people in the world.